Detective J.B. Williams, DeKalb Homicide Assault Unit. On the 19th of February this year, DeKalb uniform units were dispatched to a person down at 2972 Evans Mill Road, the Tic Toc Food Mart. Upon officers arrival, they did locate Mr. Tesfaye Baru, deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. Throughout the investigation, we have been able to identify, or not identify, believe that there's 3 subjects involved in this incident. They possibly fled in a maroon or red sedan, we believe to be a Honda Accord, newer model. Over the past couple weeks, I have been able to speak with several community members. This is a very devastating incident to the community. I was told that this family has owned this particular store for the past 10 years. A lot of community members call him Mr. T. They state that he would give you the shirt off his back. He would also oftentimes let people get groceries even if they didn't have money, and let them pay them later when they got paid. We're just asking for the community for any tips or any information that they may have in reference to this case. If you may have heard something or saw something that day that was out of the ordinary, that you didn't think that was right, just contact our unit. The number to our unit is 770-724-7850, or you can contact Crime Stoppers at 404-577-TIPS or 404-577-8477. You can remain anonymous even if you call either number, our unit or the Crime Stoppers number, so we can get that information to help this investigation. Go ahead and let Mr. T's wife speak and their family.
My husband is very strong man, very hard worker. He's dedicated to his kids. All he wants them to be in school, be strong. And he also is a good husband. He's caring husband. He helps anybody. His happiness just helping people get their goal. He doesn't believe any material. He doesn't believe anything. He's happy. What makes him happy is just helping people. When that person is happy, when he get his goal, that's what's making him happy. He does anything for his kids. He does anything. He come home late, 12 o'clock. He get up 5 o'clock, get ready. The kids take to school. He never say he's tired. He doesn't complain. He's always happy. Oh, I can't believe anybody can hurt him. He doesn't hurt people. He's very caring. He's loving. Oh, I just love him so much. I wish I could talk to him.
My father, he was the best father anybody could ask for. But not only was he a father, he was a husband, he was a brother to all of his siblings, and he was a friend to anybody who needed it. Because everybody in that community could say that he affected them in some way. He benefited them, no matter if it was just his words or his happiness or anything that just let them move on to the next day. Anything that got them to the next day, he would try his best to do, because he would never let anyone come in his store crying or sad. He's told me all the stories of people coming in, they come in sad. He says, why are you sad? Come on, be happy, please, for me, be happy. And everyone would change their face. They would leave the store with a smile. No matter what, you would leave that store with a smile. And I just can't imagine why anybody would ever want to do something to him as bad as killing him. That's the worst thing anybody could ever do.
Let them just take the money.
He will give you anything if you ask.
Give you money.
Anything. Just ask. You don't have to force it upon him. You don't have to shoot him. Just ask him. He will do it.
Okay. Yeah, they really described him very well, but Kaspai is a very intelligent man. He's well educated. He has a master's degree back home in Ethiopia. But after he came here, he started. After working for one, he started his own business he had a gas station, then this convenience store. He works day and night, and he's a very helpful man. You hardly see him frown in his face. He's he loves to smile, to help people. He doesn't deserve this kind of thing, I'm telling you. And whenever we invite him or whenever they invite us, we had a lot of fun because of him. He loves to laugh. He's always positive. He loves his kids. He never hang out with anybody anywhere. All he does is when he gets off from work, he straight go to his family. And his kids, he always talk about his kids. His daughter is now 19. She was talking about this is the first time she's going to vote, all these things. He always brag about his son, who's very intelligent. That's the kind of guy he was. He was a good friend for us. Like they said, he's a friend of everybody, almost. He trusts people too much. That's why I think that's what happened. And he's a very giving person. When people, just like customers say, when people come to his store, if they are short with money, he just gives them. And somebody told us that he tried to pay him back. He says that's okay. That's the kind of guy he was. And he, besides that, he helps people who are not able to walk. For that, he sent a wheelchair back home for somebody who he doesn't know. So that was the kind of guy he was.
If you guys have any questions, I'll take any questions from your other family.
I do. First of all, ma'am, thank you for having the courage to speak. I know this is hard. If you could just say anything to somebody who may know something, who may have seen something, how important is it for your family, your son and your daughter, your family, to hear from the folks and have them reach out to police?
Special. They know my husband. The community know him very well. Please, if you hear anything, if you see anything, please call the police, call detective, anybody. Just don't hesitate. Report it. My husband, he doesn't deserve that. You know how nice he is, how nice guy he is. Please help us, the family. We want to know. We want that person to pay for it. We want him to go away. So help us.
Detective, was there any surveillance video that shed any light that you can share, or is that where you got the information about the 3 people in the red or maroon Honda?
Yes, we did retrieve video from the incident location and also neighboring businesses, where we were able to see the vehicle and some subjects in that vehicle, and we did also see the incident that take place of what happened.
Detective, do we think that this was a random act of violence, or was this a targeted situation?
No, sir, we believe it was a attempted robbery, at this time. In current state of our investigation, we believe it was an attempted robbery while he was locking up the store.
During your investigation, while you have this video that showed this car with these people, have you been able to go back and look at other crimes, maybe in that area or within the county itself, that vehicle or similar description may yield forward that people could maybe call in about?
No, sir, not at this time. We have not linked this particular type of vehicle to any other crimes that we know of. But we did provide a clip of the vehicle. I mean, anybody recognize it in reference to this crime or anything else, please contact us about that vehicle.
That's something that you're releasing today? You said the clip?
Yes, we are going to give a clip of the vehicle,
Still a rolling video?
a rolling video.
Okay.
I will email that to everybody.
And ma'am, another question for you. Nothing but positive things are what people are saying about your husband, right? He was a pillar of the community. Your family's a pillar of the community.
Yes.
How has the community rallied around you following this tragedy?
They are so hurt, they deeply hurt. They cannot believe this is happening, not him, not him. That's why they keep telling me why. They're really, the community is really, really deeply hurt.
What about, when you think about, again, how great of a man he was, hard worker, what would you and your family say to the people who are responsible for this? I mean, this is obviously a difficult time for you all. What would you say to those folks?
Even the person who did it,
Yeah.
turn yourself. You can't hide forever. Turn yourself.
And last question for me, how, your family is so strong, you guys are here, you're united. How are you all getting through this tragedy? Is it together? Has this brought you all closer? How are you guys still standing so strong?
We've been strong before. We were close family before, and still now more closer friend, family. And we are really devastated. And I don't know how I'm gonna get over this, but I don't know how. But I have family, friends beside me. We make us stronger. We are strong.
You have a 14-year-old son,
Yeah.
a 19-year-old
19.
daughter. Are there any other children that we should?
35 years old son also.
Thank you.
Ma'am, how long have you and your husband been married?
We've been married 23 years. My oldest son is the previous married. Yeah, but he's his father.
And he
Yeah.
bought the store 10 years ago
Yeah.
when you guys bought it?
Well, we've been in business for 15 years, different location, but that location is here 5 years.
Detective, you mentioned there were 3 potential suspects. Were they all outside of the car during the incident?
Yeah, at some point they were all outside of the car. It'll be 3 black males. We don't have an age range at this time. But yeah, it'll be 3 black males that we're looking for. And yeah, they were outside the vehicle at a certain point during the incident.
Detective, this is kind of an obvious question, right? But these people have shown violence, right? How important is it that we get these folks who are armed and dangerous off the streets?
It's very important because if they can do this to just an innocent person just trying to lock up his store, they can do this to anybody. So that's why we're stressing that if anybody have any information, that no matter how big or small, every tip or lead is going to be looked into, and we'll follow until we can get these guys taken into custody.
Can you describe that community? I know you've probably been out there investigating this crime.
Prior to me being in homicide, actually I was a patrol officer in that precinct, so I did patrol that area. During canvassing, I was able to speak to several community members that patronized that store. It was several people that almost came to tears while I was talking to them about this victim in this incident. I also had received several calls from officers that patrol the area that knew the actual owner of the store, that they actually stopped by there a couple times throughout their shifts and throughout their time out there being on patrol, and they knew him as well. They said that he was nothing but nice every time they came in the store as well.
What's the hardest thing of getting people to come forward? You know what I mean? Apparently this guy was well liked and well loved and people want to get after, but what is that hold up that the community has in coming forward to help get these guys some closure, I guess?
I mean, throughout several investigations, there's a lot of factors that can prevent somebody from coming forward, but a lot of people just don't want to be that person that gave the information. But like I say, if you call Crime Stoppers or our unit, you can't remain anonymous if you have information. We don't have to put your name or blast it on the media about who told us the information. We're just trying to bring justice for this family so they can have some type of closure. No matter what happens in this case, even when we catch the suspect, it's not going to bring Mr. T back. But we do want to get the family some type of closure in this incident.